Sober Dating with Tessa Q. Hi, everybody. I want to talk about little white lies and red flags. Okay, we're dating, right? We're meeting some people. Maybe we've taken a piece of paper and we've written down our physical ideal. We found someone that we're attracted to, and we've got a date lined up, right? And I'm checking them out on social media. I'm reverse looking up their phone number. I'm asking everybody who knows them. Stop all that. Because when I'm doing those activities, and by the way, we're out on a great activity date in Savannah, Georgia. It's gorgeous here. Long activity date. I am not turning over my will and my power to my higher power. I'm not step 2 and step 3 in this, right? I'm trying to control. I'm trying to take back control. And a lot of what I'm seeing, right, is we've worked the steps, we're recovered, and then we try and start dating. And I did this too. This is what I did. I'm going to try and take back control. And hopefully you're going out on a lot of bad sober dates. A lot of kind of we're still tweaking the picker, right? Because I'm still picking the alcoholic. I'm still picking the person that's going to abandon me, the workaholic. I'm still picking the codependent, the gambler, whatever. And my picker is just shot, y'all. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm safe. Because the ego is now in a position of saying, we could get rejected, we could get abandoned, we could get heartbroken, catch that person in a white lie, catch that person in a red flag behavior. Stop. Get thy butt to a meeting. Get thy butt to a meeting and share and talk about it. Pick as many newcomers' phone numbers as people who are gender safe for you to call, whether you're an anorexic in recovery or an addict in recovery or both. Get a newcomer's phone number. Call them. Listen to them, right? Get out of yourself. Go pick up garbage. Go pick up garbage. Go to the store, zone the store. I have to get out of myself, right? And then I have to go back to step 2 and step 3. Which is there is a God and I am not it, right? So in the beginning, there were a couple of people who told me little piddly, like little white lies, like I drive a Mercedes-Benz. And there's a saying, right, that if they lie about something small, they're gonna lie about something big. Maybe, but I'm still not God. And so what I did with the help of my sponsor was I went on these dates knowing some of these little piddly things, and I talked to my sponsor about them and how uncomfortable they made me. But at the same time, it raised my awareness of when I was doing those things. Like, I just want you all to know that this is February 2023, and I told a white lie on Monday. Now, I amended it Monday afternoon, but it's still my natural default, right? I want someone to like me. I don't want to be abandoned. I don't want to feel rejection. So I told a white lie about whether or not there was XYZ in the collagen, right, that we put into our sport drink in the morning. It's my natural default. It may be that person's natural default too. Everyone needs love and acceptance. But for me, what I need to do is I need to do step 2 and I need to do step 3. And I need to have a conversation with God, because that person can do anything. In fact, that person can step out of the house, step off a curb and get taken out by a bus, and I'm still okay. Where does this come from? This comes from Lois W. in Al-Anon, whose mother said to her in the hospital, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? You can still be happy even if the alcoholic is still drinking. So if that kind of rings for you, there's a really amazing literature on this in Al-Anon, and it's about detachment with love. But the bottom line for sober dating is more will be revealed. God will reveal more about whether or not that person is a good fit for you or not. In the meantime, don't cancel the date. You're safe. You're loved. You're safe to go on the date. Now, don't go out with axe murderer. Like, that's a little bit of a red flag. But if they lie about having a Mercedes and they show up in a Nissan, you've got some judgment there, okay? Trust God. Trust your higher power. And this is why I need a higher power of my understanding. Not your understanding and not the church of my origins understanding, but my understanding. More will be revealed. The last thing I'm going to say about this is I had met someone, this was about 30 years ago. And I was talking to my sponsor about them, and we had a date. We went rock climbing, right? But it didn't go that well. I'm really enthusiastic about rock climbing. They were not. And for some reason, I decided we'll have a second date because I really couldn't, God hadn't caught up with me yet, right? And my sponsor kept saying, more will be revealed, more will be revealed. I think about the third or fourth date, it became apparent, right? So why are those 3 or 4 dates so important? Why? Because if I hadn't been on that date, I would have nothing to share with you, experience, strength, and hope-wise. If I hadn't been on that date, I wouldn't have hilarious stories to share with all my other lesbian girlfriends. And my friends, Terry and Lynn, kept a whiteboard in their kitchen of all my hilarious dates. It was really funny. I wouldn't have had a blog that was really popular in the 2000s in Miami. I mean, it was like before the L word and before that whiteboard with everybody sleeping with everybody. I wrote all that in my Facebook and, it's actually MySpace. So I wouldn't have had any of that. And I wouldn't have that history and that knowledge and that trust. See, what I'm doing when I'm sober dating is I'm not finding out whether or not I'm good enough for that person. I'm finding out whether they're good enough for me. And it takes a couple dates for my higher power to catch up with me. And I hate it when my sponsor says that. And tell me and let me know. And in the meantime, I'm becoming more and more and more useful to you and to the newcomer and to the person who's trying to sober date. I love you all. This went much longer than I thought it would, but sober dating, y'all. If I can do it, you can do it.